Yes, live.
Oh, namaste. Hi, how are all of you? And welcome once again to Fitness Project 2021. I hope you're all enjoying using your cast iron kadhais and regular iron kadhais, making your sabzis in it and getting higher and higher on your energy levels and on your hemoglobin levels. तो आज का guideline क्या है? Today's guideline is set your curd with raisins and have it as a mid meal. तो इसके पीछे का राज क्या है? Well, over the last 8 months in the pandemic, what the world has seen are big changes to gut health. Gut health मतलब हमारे स्टमक के अंदर जो कि अच्छा बैक्टीरिया रहता है उसमें बहुत सारा बदलाव आया है because of lack of social interactions, because of lack of diversity in the diet, and simply because of plain unpredictability that life brought in over the last 8 months. मेरा जॉब रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा, मेरा कॉलेज चालू होएगा कि नहीं चालू होएगा, will I be able to go and meet my friend, will I be able to get married, क्या होने वाला है मेरे साथ. So this whole thing of unpredictability, loss of social interactions and loss of diversity in the diet के वजह से of course people have gained weight, but more importantly they seem to have gained weight in very weird places. Things like मेरा सिर्फ यहाँ से वजन हुआ है या वहाँ से वजन हुआ है या मेरे बाल झड़ रहे हैं, मेरा स्किन पर wrinkling हो रहा है, all of those kind of things. So loss of hair, gain of weight in stubborn areas, and of course wrinkling is one of the things that has been really common because of loss of gut bacteria. तो गट बैक्टीरिया को रीसेट करने के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो? देखो, द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट दादी माँ सीक्रेट इज जस्ट दिस, दैट इट इज simple stuff which is found in your kitchen, but you combine something really simple like raisins with another really simple thing like curd, and you have a very effective recipe and a remedy, and I'm going to show you how it is done. So for all those of you who don't know how it's done, what you need is a little warm fresh milk. तो एक बोल में आप फ्रेश मिल्क लीजिए और उसे थोड़ा सा वार्म कीजिए. वार्म मतलब आपको आराम से कटोरी को होल्ड करने को आना चाहिए. अगर आप कटोरी होल्ड करते करते चटका लग गया मतलब बहुत ज्यादा हॉट है. ओके, सो इट शुड बी वार्म दैट यू आर एबल टू टच इट. उसके बाद में when you're buying milk, make sure that it is fresh and it is full fat, that it's not been processed to 2%, 1% slim and all of those things. Then you need a little bit of curd which you have set yesterday. Okay, तो आज वो आपके पास रहेगा. And then of course you need a few raisins. Now what you have to do is really simple. Pick a few raisins, add it to your milk. Okay, I typically use a much smaller bowl and I add about 4 or 5 raisins to my bowl. Then you take this little water which invariably you find on top of your curd, and then just take a little bit of this water, and put it in this warm milk. Now I'll tell you the secret. The secret is to turn it 32 times. I don't know why the number 38. Maybe it's because you have 32 teeth. But if you want really nice gada dahi, you you turn it in one way 32 times. When you're done with stirring it, you lift that spoon and hold it for a while till that whole stirring settles. And then you pick it up, cover it with a lid, and let it set in a cool, dry place for about 8 to 12 hours. So typically in summers, I'm going to go and set it in a cool, dry place. Now typically in summers, it will get set in as little as 8 hours. Okay, in winters it may take up to 12 hours. Now I'll tell you why curd and raisins. Where did this combination come from? Well, curd, as you all know, is one of the panchamrits that India has used. You will use it in all your pujas along with milk and ghee and honey and sugar, or in some other areas along with banana. So that is one of the Panchamrit. So we do know that it's good for the skin, it's good for the hair, it's good for immortality in a way, it works as an anti-aging thing. But nutritionally, it is also something which provides you with vitamin B12, and it works as a probiotic, which means that it is a carrier of healthy bacteria. Raisins, on the other hand, with their high value of soluble fiber, make for an excellent source of prebiotic. Prebiotic is the stuff that the good bacteria feeds on. So a combination of probiotic and prebiotic will go about neutralizing the bad bacteria in your system. It will promote the growth of healthy bacteria in your stomach and your gut, and it will remove the inflammation or the bloating from your intestines. So all of you who wake up feeling thin in the morning but feel fat by the time it's evening or nights, this is something that you should be having. Also, for all those of you who suffer from regular UTI, this is what you should be having. If you are one of those people with unregulated cholesterol levels, high BP, and unexplained weight gain, this is what you should be having. If you have a thyroid issue, PCOD, PCOS, this is exactly what you should be having. It's easy, it's effective, it's inexpensive. More importantly, it's yummy. When can you have it? You can have it between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, as a mid-meal post-lunch, or you could even have it right after lunch. So as a part of your lunch, you can close your lunch with this, or you can have it at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If your rings fit in the morning but not in the evening, this is something that you can use. This is also useful for good teeth and gum health. This is useful for bone and joint health. There was even a research which said that people who eat a bowl of dahi every single day lose weight faster than people who don't eat dahi every day. So for more than a million reasons, this is what you should be doing. Setting your curd with raisins and having it as a mid-meal. छोटा सा काम और बहुत सारा I don't know what rhymes with it. और बहुत सारा इनाम. एक छोटा काम कई सारे इनाम. So start doing that in your daily life and tell me how well you're doing. All right, so for any questions out there.
So the first question is, can we have curd during winters?
Oh yes, of course, absolutely. You should have curd in the winter. Remember, most times people talk about कंधा दुखना, घुटना दुखना in the winters because इसी समय पे वाई या वात चढ़ता है. क्यों चढ़ता है? क्योंकि gut bacteria suffers during winters. So what can you do to reset that gut bacteria? A good combination of probiotic and a prebiotic. It's just that winter में थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा दही को सेट करने के लिए, तो आपके पास 12 घंटे चाहिए. So if you set it, let's say by about 8 or 9 o'clock in the night, then it's ready by about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you can have it for lunch or right after lunch.
I'm allergic to milk. I have lactose intolerance. Can I have curd?
Oh yeah, the good bacteria converts the lactose which naturally exists in milk into something that is readily digestible. That's the beauty of curd, that if you are lactose intolerant, you can still have it. I would recommend that you start with a small serving so that you know how well you're doing. But the curd and raisin combination works beautifully for all kind of intolerances. In fact, it is one of the things that I personally use in my practice for everyone with IBS and sleeping issues.
We already have home set dahi, so this guideline is that we should have home set curd with raisins.
Yes, but not that dahi आपके पास ready है और आपने उसके ऊपर raisins डाल दिए. You have to set your curd with the raisins. That's when the raisins swell up, and that's when the raisins and the dahi also interact with each other in a way to give you this little khatta meetha combination which works in the medicinal way that I just explained.
So in one bowl of dahi, how many raisins should we use?
As many as you would like. I typically use between 4 to 6.
And what kind of raisins?
Black raisins is my favorite because of the rich iron content. but if you don't like black raisins and if you rather use brown raisins, that is good too. Okay. All right. For all those of you who are going through IVF, you can set your curd with dates or kharik.
Okay. I'm already following your guidelines of East PMS study, so I'm using that raisins in the morning. So should I still set the curd with raisins?
Absolutely, absolutely. You must have already experienced the benefits of black raisins and kesar in the morning. Now see how black raisins work when you set them with curd. And tell me how you feel. You'll especially start feeling flat on your stomach, slimmer on your waist, better on your skin, and it will arrest premature graying.
Okay, last question. Will you be giving a form to fill for this week?
Every week there is a form to fill. Now, for all those of you who are following me, shouldn't forget this. At the end of every guideline, there is a form that you fill, which allows us to track down how well you're doing on your parameters. And it helps us come up with the next guideline. And it also tells us how well you have done over the 12 weeks. So don't forget to fill out your forms. And thank you very much for joining us every Tuesday at 4 p.m. and making this a fun and beautiful and a meaningful experience for me. I'll see you next Tuesday at 4 p.m. with one more kitchen secret, which will lead to an enhanced feeling of health, well-being, and happiness in our collective lives. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.